All right, so it was when I started my second business. I was growing extremely rapidly. It was my insurance agency, and it was interesting because I had worked in corporate America for an insurance agency forever. My job was to work with insurance brokers who had these huge agencies and help them work with employer groups on kind of creating their benefits consulting packages and their compliance packages and things like that. And I was really, really good at it when I was in corporate America. And so I decided, you know what? I am going to take the leap of faith. I'm going to stop doing my businesses as side hustles, and I'm going to go all in. So I decided to kind of start a benefits consulting firm and an insurance agency, and my business was growing at a crazy clip. I worked with multiple carriers. I had a primary carrier that I worked with, and then I built a sales team around. And I had a staff, my own staff for my insurance agency. We branded oftentimes as our carrier, but it was still my own business. I just didn't brand myself as my own business. And I had a staff for my business, W-2 employees, that were growing crazy, crazy fast. And I had a core team of W-2s, all of whom needed professional email addresses. And that was really the first time that I began to realize that my staff that weren't necessarily appointed insurance agents or claims specialists with insurance carriers, they were on my team, and they weren't necessarily even licensed to be able to have email addresses that were branded with the carriers, which is what sometimes we would use. And so they needed professional emails that were reflective of where they were working, which was for my agency. And it was really intense because that was when I realized, especially working with clients, going after larger clients for benefits consulting, benefit packages, all that kind of good stuff was intense, because the legitimacy of who I was and what I was doing really was not going to work if we didn't have professional email addresses. If my assistant or my claims manager or my recruiting specialist didn't have a professional email, she just wasn't being taken seriously. We just weren't being taken seriously. And so having your business at gmail.com was quickly what I learned not where it was at. Okay, just was not where it was at. So I did find out very quickly that in order to get custom emails for my team at my business, so at mydomainname.com, it can get pretty costly. I mean, it was running through all the research that I did, pretty expensive. I mean, it just wasn't cheap. It just wasn't cheap. Honestly, it was pretty exorbitant. And I mean exorbitant. Back then in the early 2000s, and I'm aging myself, that's all right. Back then, it was ranging from about $12 to $40 per email inbox, okay? $12 to $40 per email inbox. And when you think about that, if it's just one person, if it's just you, $12 isn't that big a deal, right? Not a big a deal. But when you begin to grow your team like I was, I had 6 W-2s to 8 W-2s to ultimately 10 W-2s, not to mention all of the insurance agents that we had kind of working for us, the licensed insurance agents. They oftentimes did use carrier emails, but my team did not. And so at one point we were at 10 to 12. We were fluctuating between 10 to 12 W-2s. And when you start talking about $40 per mailbox, it's $400 a month, right? $40 per email inbox at per month is $400. Even at $12, which was the low end, that's still, $120, $150 a month on just email. And it was exorbitant. And it's not that far off today, honestly. As a matter of fact, if you go with some of the top email hosting providers in 2023, you could be paying $18 per user, which is like per email box, per month, for instance, with like Google Workspace, which is one of the most popular ones. Google will run you $18 per user per month to have email addresses that are at yourdomainname.com. And it may not seem like a lot, like I'm telling you, if it's just you might be thinking, well, $18 isn't that big of a deal. But what happens when you are ready to grow? Like I was, and I was growing rapidly. I mean, I needed to add team members very, very quickly. And all of a sudden my $18 or your $18 will go very quickly to almost $200 a month just on emails. And that does not include like the email catch-all or the email collectors.
You You've got mail.
Right? So you got to get the domain, you got to have an email box, but then you also oftentimes have to have an email collector like a Microsoft Outlook in order to pull the emails in so that you can monitor them and see them. So email collectors are a totally different cost and fee from just actually having the email box at yourdomainname.com, which is a part of the reason why I truly believe that a lot of people still kind of go with their business name at gmail.com instead of actually investing in their domainname.com. But it does impact the success of your business, and you are only going to be able to make it to a certain level. You are going to stunt your own growth if you aren't moving in that professional direction. And we've been talking about that, guys, for the last few weeks, right? We've been talking about setting up your professional phone. We've been talking about setting up your professional name, getting your domain, securing your handles, doing all of that stuff, and your email is no different. So I was going absolutely crazy at the time trying to find a good, cheap email hosting provider that I could easily grow my team with. And at that point, our 12-month plan, I had like 10 W-2 employees that I had to provide email addresses for. And my plans were over the next 18 months, we were going to be adding an additional 10, not including expanding the consulting side, not just the insurance agent side, which were oftentimes independent, but the consulting side, which were consultants. They were going to be W-2 employees of mine. And I was shocked at how expensive it was ultimately going to get when we hit that 18, 20, 25 employee mark. I'm like, holy crap, that's going to be $500, $600, $700 a month just on email. It was stressful. I was looking everywhere, and that was when I began embarking upon this journey to find a good, cheap email host that would not kill my budget and create all kinds of unnecessary overhead for me. So you feel me if you are trying to figure this out right now too. You are thinking, I don't want a professional@gmail.com email address. You are thinking, I know that is not what I want to put out there, what I want to project, especially if you are a coach, a consultant, a professional speaker, a nonprofit founder, or a small business owner that is out there providing services, a service provider, because clients aren't going to be feeling that. Trust me. It was very, very clear to me early on that they weren't going to be feeling it. So you do feel me if you are trying to find and locate this good, cheap email host that you can grow with and you can continually add emails. So what did I end up doing? Well, today, if I were you, here is what I would do in order to find the perfect email host that will provide you with your business name at yourdomainname.com email for free on unlimited emails, y'all. That's right. Not just cheap, for free, that will allow you to actually grow into it. I'd use Ipage.com. You guys, if you have been CPTVers for a long time, you know how I feel about Ipage. And every single year I go through the process of looking and searching for some new options. And I still always end up with Ipage, because with Ipage, you can get unlimited business email boxes at yourdomainname.com for free when you buy their website hosting packages, which right now, I just checked, as of the recording of this video, are $1.99 per month right now. So you will get unlimited free email boxes. Yes, at yourdomainname.com. And I'm not lying. I'm not making this up. It still is the case. And when I say you get them free, you do have to get their web hosting package, but you're going to have to get a web hosting package somewhere anyway. A web hosting package basically means a host that's going to host your website. It's no different than the GoDaddies and the Wixes and all of those things. They too provide web hosting packages. You can build your own website with them. You can do a WordPress website. They have all kinds of things. Weebly, I used with them in the very beginning. It was a drag and drop type of thing, and I built my own like 4-page website just to kind of get my feet wet and get off the ground. Ipage provided me with that in addition to the free emails, but you do have to get the hosting package, but you're going to have to get a hosting package anyway. So it doesn't make sense not to take advantage of the unlimited free email boxes. When I say unlimited, I mean unlimited. You are going to be able to get your name at yourdomainname.com, help at yourdomainname.com, support, any other team members, your admin, then you can create as many email boxes as you want to for free. That's right, y'all. I said it, for free. And that's what Ipage. So before I get into the step-by-step of how you can take advantage of this awesome Ipage hack, if you are feeling value in this, please make sure that you stop down at the bottom. I've got a link down there in the description below to send you directly to Ipage so that you can actually walk through this step-by-step that I'm getting ready to show you. So grab that link, and while you're down there, make sure you give me a thumbs up and like this. Leave me a comment down there that says, awesome, sawsome, or what's up, CP, just so that I know that you're here and that you are feeling this value, and make sure that you subscribe. All right, so let's get into how you can actually take advantage of this hack and get this done. All right, guys. So first thing I want you to do is to click the link below this video in the description. It will take you directly to this page, this Ipage page. As you can see, I already have several Ipage domains, but I am logging in, and I'm actually going to go through the process that you need to go through, including purchasing a new domain, so that you can really get an idea of what the cost is, and then also how to get the unlimited email. But this is where you're going to start out. So I want to make sure that you start there. You're looking at it now. Just to scroll through this a little bit, and I want to point this out. This talks about everything that you need to get online. Now, this is what you are ultimately purchasing, and this is a special introductory price. It's $1.99 a month. It's regularly $7.99, so that is not crazy expensive. You will be paying for web hosting regardless, all right? You might as well get free unlimited email addresses with that, all right? So I just want to be clear. You get your free domain for a year, because every single year, whether you know it or not, you're going to have to pay for your domain. Unless you pick a 2-year or 3-year package, then it'll be every 2 years or every 3 years. I just want to be clear on that. I typically now at this point pick 3 years, because I don't even want to have to remember to worry about it every year, because if you miss it by one day, it will shut down your entire thing. Trust me, I've been through it. But anyway, unlimited bandwidth, your SSL certificate is included. You get 24/7 support. I have to tell you that Ipage's customer service and support team is amazing. I'm going to click right here and see more features, and it's more than just web hosting. So you can easily install WordPress if you want to build your website with WordPress. There it is, folks, the unlimited email addresses. I just want to make sure that, I don't have the right little clicker with me, but this is, you can create unlimited email addresses at your own domain, including autoresponders and email forwarding, which is critical. It does have e-commerce functionality, site analytics, search engine ad credits. You're going to also get $200 worth of ad credits, which wasn't given me when I first got it, but ultimately that's what we're looking for. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and click Get Started. It's going to bring me to this page. And normally I wouldn't necessarily be teaching you the how in this video. So this is definitely golden nuggets. So as you can see, some stuff was already over here because I was playing around with it earlier with a couple of domains that I need to actually purchase. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete some of these, because you're going to pick your domain. So you want to go through the process of already picking your domain. I'm going to remove everything from this cart just so that you guys can see me do it from the beginning, right? So I'm going to go ahead and look for my domain. I've actually got a new product that I'm working on. So I do need this. That might give you a little bit of insight. All right, so my domain name is available. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and purchase that. Now in my cart, it's going to automatically include the web hosting plan, because that's what I clicked on. And that's what I want to get the unlimited emails. It's going to automatically put you at the max of 3 years in order for you to get the $199 a month. If I want to go back down to 1 year, it's going to charge me $299 a month. So it's totally up to you. But as you can see, I've got my free SSL certificate, and I've also got my 1-year domain. Now I would, my web hosting, I'm not going to do it any higher than that, because I'm not sure if I'm going to actually use this, building a separate site for it, but I definitely want the domain. But the domain, I'll probably just go ahead and put it in there for 2 years. Privacy and protection, I talk about this in depth in my Startup Academy about what this is and whether or not you need it. It just keeps you private from who, and that's a whole different video that I can do. So if you want to learn more about that, if you really want to get deep into it, you can let me know in the comments below. But otherwise, I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I'm going to go ahead and get the 1 year in here. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward just a little bit and go through this purchasing process, and I will be right back to show you guys, where I'm at. But this is where I'm at. So it's going to ask me to go ahead. Everything is in my cart, my web hosting, my free SSL, my actual domain, which is ultimately bringing up as free, as you can see, for the first year. It's going to offer me some add-ons, Site Lock, Google Workspace. I don't need any of that stuff. And I'm going to make sure website backup and restore, I'm taking that out. Just so you want to make sure that you click out of things that you don't want. It is going to automatically add. They're trying to make money, right? So it's going to automatically add some things. I'm going to continue to my billing. I just purchased my domain for a very reasonable price, by the way. But not only was it my domain, I actually got that for free. It was to host my website, which you need. It's the exact same thing. So anyway, how do we get to the unlimited emails? Because that is what really brings that value. The price for web hosting and the domain itself is not out. It's not, it's very competitive. You have to pay for it regardless. But here's the difference in Ipage. So here's biz process in a box that I just purchased. You're going to go over here to the manage button and click on that toggle. Now, I think this is where a lot of you have gotten confused in the past because of the comments and the questions that I get. So I want to make sure that I explain what all of these are. So as it loads, over here in the summary, you're going to see different things, right? You're going to see builders. This is your website builder. This is your WordPress. This is an email management section. If you want to utilize Microsoft 365, because I get questions, well, it's making you buy Microsoft 365. It's not making you buy Microsoft 365. You can buy Microsoft 365. I do recommend it because Microsoft 365 is going to be that clearinghouse that you'll be able to pull all of your email addresses into so that you have one place to go to in order to access all of those emails, but unlimited emails. So this over here gets confusing. Ignore the Google Workspace piece, ignore the Microsoft 365 piece, and click on standard. Now I am in my domain. I am using this tool to manage my email addresses, and I can add an unlimited number of mailboxes to my domain. All right, so it is still here. It does still work. So I'm going to just go ahead and add. So the first mailbox is going to be CP at biz process in a box. And then I'm going to go ahead and kind of create, let me actually create a real one, y'all. Because, otherwise, I'll forget it. So I'm going to create that one. All right, I'm going to create, service at bizprocessinabox.com. And I'm going to give it an email address. Create the email. It now exists. All right, I'm going to keep going. Let's just do told y'all so. You like how petty I'm being right now. Told y'all so at bizprocessinabox.com. All right. So as you can see, I can keep going. I can keep creating them. And when I do the unlimited email addresses, I've still only paid what you saw me pay for my web hosting, for my domain. I'm in here. I'm creating as many emails as I want. And I can always come back in as I add staff members, as I add employees, as I add different goals or ideas or whatever surrounding this particular domain or your domain. You can add as many emails as you want. So that is how you do it. All right. That is ultimately how you're going to get the unlimited free emails. And trust me, when I was getting your feedback and your comments saying to me, it's not available anymore, it's not free anymore. Yes, it is. Am I saying that you're not going to pay at all and you're just going to walk in and someone's going to give you unlimited emails for free? No, that don't make no sense. You have to pay for web hosting anyway. That's what you're doing if you go through a GoDaddy or any other type of places. With those same types of places, they will give you the opportunity to purchase your domain because what you're paying for is the web hosting. The difference between them and Ipage is you're going to pay for the hosting, you're going to get your domain, but you can enroll in as many email addresses as you want to utilizing that domain. And that is the hack of the century. That is why I always get my domains through Ipage. I don't necessarily use Ipage for my hosting now. I used to, but you can very easily still get it and host it somewhere else if you want to. You can transfer that domain anywhere else if you want to. I get that question all the time. There's a button down here that talks about pointering your subdomains, DNS, and name servers. This is a little above, the video here, but this allows you to do that as well. And then I also get the question oftentimes, if I purchase my domain somewhere else, how do I get it into Ipage so that I can ultimately do that? And again, you're going to want to get the hosting package and transfer the domain in. And when you transfer that domain, then it's going to allow you to go right here into email management section, standard, and create as many emails as you want for that particular domain. Boom, mind blown. All right, so you see how easy that is, and I am telling you guys, when you are starting a business, when you are setting up your business infrastructure and your structure, you've got to keep it real, you've got to make it professional, but most importantly, what I have learned over the years, the lessons for this She-Boss, and hopefully the lessons for you, is that when you are building your business in the very beginning, build it in preparation for it to grow. If not, you're going to have to go back when you're ready to grow. It's going to slow down that growth, which is going to ultimately slow down your money, and it's going to ultimately slow down your ability to achieve that ultimate freedom that you so much want to experience. And you've got to make sure that you don't skimp on professional email. Do not take the shortcuts. It will impact your ability to grow, to be professional in what you ultimately want to project, especially if you are a coach, a consultant, a service provider, offering any kind of high ticket service. It really does impact. And you don't have to spend a fortune on emails, my love. You don't. I just showed you exactly how you can get that free email at yourdomainname.com really quickly, really easily at ipage.com. So if you want to hear about the time that I set up cheap business phone that went directly to my cell phone with all the bells and whistles, make sure that you watch this video right here and check it out. I'm going to make sure that I link again to Ipage down in the description, also in the comments. Make sure you check that out. And until next time, my loves, I will see you soon. Talk to them. Bye-bye. Stay safe. Mwah!